What's good? My name is Sean Slaughter, real estate agent and investor. Have you ever went on a vacation on a cruise ship, and when you got off the boat to the island, let's just say you're going to Jamaica, and have you ever gotten this? Big man, over here, 2 for 15. 2 for 15. Now, when I get off a cruise ship, I'm 6'4", all right? And so the first thing that starts happening is people start running up to you. They start trying to sell you tours. They try to sell you trinkets and bracelets. And it can be very overwhelming because that pushiness throws us off. And we deal with it on vacation, right? We know that we're in Jamaica. We know that this is kind of the custom, or we're in the islands or wherever we are. We know that this is kind of the custom. But realistically, we hate pushy salespeople. I was on the phone with a salesperson who I was interested in this product, this investment, and this salesperson had an onboarding. So I filled out for this investment information, and they set up a call. It's gonna be 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna onboard me, show me how to log in, show me the offerings, and so on and so forth. And within those 20 minutes, this lady literally tried to get me to make an investment of $7,500, all right? I didn't know anything about the site. I didn't know anything about the different offerings and investments that they had. And I wanted some more time to look over the investments. I'm going to make an investment, so I am a customer, but I was not educated enough, and I figured that this onboarding was going to educate me. She was trying to sell me. And then when I told her, I'm like, hey, look, you don't really think that in 20 minutes you're gonna get $7,500 out my pocket. She became aggressive. She became argumentative. She became pushy. Well, when do you want to reschedule? Can we do it tomorrow or the next day? And that's when I realized I'm still going to invest into this investment, but I'm not going to reward this person, okay? And if you as a salesperson, as a real estate agent, are this type of person, you are turning people away. So what I want to do is I want to really quickly give you 4 traits of a pushy salesperson or agent, and then 4 traits of a persistent salesperson or agent. Number 1, pushy agents and salespeople don't care about you. They care about your money. They don't really care about your needs, the things that you're saying. All they're trying to do is to get a sale, and they will do whatever it takes to get a sale, right? They'll sell that thing to you, and then they'll walk away, and they'll blame you if you're unhappy. And if you're this type of salesperson, this is the taste you're leaving in your client's mouth, and this is why they'll never come back to you, and they'll never give you one of the most important things in sales, a referral. 2, pushy salespeople want to argue you into a purchase. Have you ever argued with a client? Have you ever argued with a client because you want them to do something that they may not be comfortable doing? And I'm not talking about something that's, obvious, like let's just say closing costs, and you've told them that they have to pay closing costs. We're going to try to get the closing costs from the seller, but if we don't, you're going to have to pay them, and they want to argue you. If you have a client that seems to be that unreasonable, you may have to let that client go, because trust me, when it gets to the closing, it's going to be drama. But what I'm talking about is, are you the type of salesperson that when that person is making reasonable claims about things that they want and they need, but because you got a bill coming up in a month and you need them to hurry up and buy a house so you can pay your bill, you're a bad salesperson. It's not a good way to do sales, and you're not going to last in the game. So don't be argumentative. Number 3, a pushy salesperson and a pushy agent, they don't listen to what you want. They tell you what you need. Now, this is different from informing clients. I inform my clients. I give them all the information. When they ask questions, I give them the truth. Here's how this actually works. And I love that term. You can always tell your clients, this is how this actually works. Your clients will say stuff like, well, can we just, not fix the roof? Can we not disclose the hole in the roof? And what you want to say is, well, look, if we do that, here's how this actually works. Here's what actually will happen. Pushy agents, they don't listen. They tell well, you just need to do this. Well, you just need to do that. I don't know why you're not doing this. How come you're not picking this house? How come you don't want to clean these floors? How come you don't want to do this? How come you don't want to do that? And they're just telling and telling and telling instead of listening and listening and listening. And here's the real secret. If you listen to your client, they'll actually listen to anything that you tell them. It's when you try to force it down their throat when they don't want to hear anything you have to say. And number 4, lastly, for the pushy agent, and this is the one I hate the most, they use fear and they use FOMO. Now, I understand that the things that I'm talking about are literally the way that American business teaches you how to conduct business. They teach you to be pushy. They teach you to use fear. They teach you to use fear of missing out. Well, if you don't get this now, it may go away. If you don't, and I'm not saying that you can't say that, because there is a reality in that, but you cannot always be using fear-based manipulative practices in order to scare a person into buying something, because all you're going to do is make that person regret that they made that purchase and that they made that purchase with you. Think about you. Think about the last time that you were scared into a purchase, or somebody made you feel so uncomfortable that you felt like, I need to purchase this just so I can get out the situation. This is the fear tactic that many timeshares use. It's bullying, right? And you get that timeshare. I had a timeshare. 100% regretted it. It was cool for a couple of years, but I was bullied into buying that timeshare, and they kept on dropping the price and being flustered and argumentative and so on and so forth. And what I should have told that dude was he could stick that timeshare with a But I was thinking about my family and blah, 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 blah. And I felt like I needed to walk away with something. You don't need to walk away with anything. You can walk away with your dignity. Now, let's talk about persistent agents. And this is what I choose to be, a persistent agent. Number 1, persistent agents are not pushy. They're persistent. They follow up at the right time. They say the right things. And these are skills, learning how to follow up. I remember working for a broker, and this broker, she literally would say, I harass my clients. And I'm saying, like, harass is the word you're using? Would you want somebody harassing you as you come out of the grocery store at 9 p.m. at night? You harass, and you think that's cool? I got a couple of leads from a post that I put on Instagram, and it's probably be, I don't know, and one day I had 7 to 8 leads. And so I followed up with them. And every day I followed up with just a simple text. Hey, just following up. Are you still interested in, having a talk about, your buying or selling needs or something like that? No response, right? The next day, hey, didn't hear from you. Please let me know. I'm always willing to help. Just being nice, and then as my follow-ups get up, they don't get aggressive. After a few follow-ups, 3 to 5 follow-ups, I'm going to stop. Third follow-up, I got a response. Hey, I'm available today after 3 p.m. because people's lives are busy. I was very cordial, very polite, kept it short, kept it quick. I didn't do it 7 o'clock in the morning, right? I chose my time. It's a skill you want to develop to be persistent and not pushy. Number 2, persistent agents listen. They don't argue, they dialogue. They have understanding. Persistent agents are always trying to figure out, what do you need and why? And that's important. I had a client that is purchasing a home and wants a 2-story house. And so I'm thinking that, she wants a 2-story house because it fits the needs of her family better. And what she said was, well, I don't like it when I cook in the kitchen and that smell gets in my clothes in the primary bedroom. I would have never thought about that. So I'm like, okay, that's what you need. That may not be something that concerns me and my family, what I want, but guess what? It's not about what I want. It's what she needs. So listen. And if you listen, your clients will give you the keys to actually unlocking the door to a fantastic house that they love. And if they love it, they will refer you. 3, persistent agents ask questions, and lots of them. And they're continually asking questions. The one thing you need to understand is that people in general love talking about themselves. And the crazy thing is, the more that we go digital and the more that we go online, the more people feel like they're not being heard. My wife's a therapist and she sees this a lot. People don't feel like they're being heard. They don't feel like they're being valued. They feel like they're being talked at with all the political stuff and all the news and people always, all these shouting voices telling them what to do and what to think. People don't feel like their opinions and thoughts are being heard. So if you're that agent that's listening and asking questions hearing their opinions and hearing their thoughts, client's gonna love you. And lastly, persistent agents are motivational, inspirational, and positive. You love working with somebody that wants the best for you. You love working with somebody that is looking out for your interests and is positive that we're gonna achieve your goals. You don't wanna be with somebody negative. Usually pushy people and argumentative people are negative people. You don't wanna work with somebody like that. Even when problems come up, you wanna be able to talk about the problem in a way that's real and honest, but also in a way that, hey, we can get through this. We're gonna overcome this. How many times as an agent have you run into a problem that you felt like, after this, I'm quitting because I can't do this no more? And then guess what? You get to the end. You'll always get to the end. Hopefully it'll be a good end. You know, once in a blue moon, sometimes the sale doesn't go through. But you wanna be positive, you wanna be motivational, you wanna be inspirational, you wanna be that agent that they wanna come back to. If you like the content, please like, hit the sub button, karate chop that bell for notifications. Motivators, I love you guys. This is the House of Motivation, the place where inspiration lives. Peace.